Yes, this is John G. Sutton. Tales from the Jails. There's a case today, if you look it up on the BBC homepage or in your papers tomorrow, it will be there, about a prison governor who was being imprisoned for associating inappropriately with a prisoner in HM Prison Only, which I believe is in Oxfordshire. Yeah, the governor is by the name of Victoria Laithwaite, a married lady, aged 47, prison governor, and the prisoner is a man called James Chalmers. You can read the details yourself, but I'm doing this little video to tell you exactly how these things happen. I've been there. Of course, in the time I was there, we didn't have mobile phones, but what we did have were letters. And whilst I was working in the prisons at HMP Wormwood Scrubs, I discovered that one of the governors there was smuggling letters out for a Category A inmate, an armed robber serving, I believe, 16 years for holding up business premises in the Greater London area. And I discovered that the wing governor of C Wing was actually taking mail out for him. And I know this because I was working in the census office and I discovered a letter written to this particular prisoner, and it was addressed to him from the House of Lords. And it said something along the lines of, "My dear fellow, how wonderful to hear from you again. Thank you very much for contacting me. I trust that they're treating you well in there. I definitely intend to come and visit you at my very earliest opportunity. With very best wishes, yours sincerely, Lord such and such a body." And that was on the House of Lords notepaper, headed notepaper from the House of Lords. And this Category A inmate, I checked his records, his letter files, and he had sent no such letter. So how did the member of the House of Lords receive a letter from this particular Category A, highly dangerous escape list?
I don't know that.
Shut up, Alexa. How did the member...
I didn't catch that.
Alexa,
Please
shut up. Hey, there you go. Being pestered by that stupid thing. Anyway, so how did he receive this member of the House of Lords? So I did some investigating, went to see the Category A inmate in question, and he told me that the wing governor was taking the letters out for him. And in return for doing such a favour, the wing governor was being sexually serviced by this Category A inmate. Now, I know that he was going to the wing governor's office because I'd seen it with my own eyes in the lunch hour. Now, it's very easy for a person in authority in prison, such as a prison officer, prison governor, prison doctor, or whatever, to be manipulated by inmates. All they do is tell you what a wonderful guy you are, what a wonderful person you are, how beautiful you are. Yeah, and this is no doubt what's happened with this poor lady, Victoria Laithwaite. Yeah, you look in the papers tomorrow, it'll tell you. It'll be all over the Sun and the Star and the Daily Mirror, Daily Mail, all the lot. Have a look. Prison governor imprisoned for sexual relationship with inmate. It's very easy for the inmates to do this. All they do is, well, it's easy if you not know what you're faced with, which you would think that somebody as senior as a prison governor would know that. But the problem is it's psychological. And these inmates, they seem to know how to get round you. They did try it with me. I'm perfectly not able to get myself involved in nonsense like that. I've been offered bribes such as many prostitutes as I want. You know, you can go to this club, you special mention my name, doors open, you're in there as much as you want, alcohol, drugs, women, you name it. No, I'm not interested. Yeah, I quite like Beethoven's Ninth. Yeah, and I personally, my idea of entertainment is watching Shakespeare. I particularly like King Lear. When we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. I love that. And On the Milk Wood, that's one of my favourites as well, by Dylan Thomas. Anyway, uh, forget about the poetry and the Shakespeare and the classical music. I also read books as well and write them. But listen, it's easy to get manipulated by the prisoners if you're not on your guard. And apparently, this poor lady, Victoria Laithwaite, who has just been sentenced to 8 months in prison, yeah, for associating inappropriately with one of the prisoners that she was in charge of at HMP Onley. And it's quite obvious that what's happened here, he's seen that she's vulnerable. She was going through a difficult time with her marriage, apparently, and he has manipulated her and, in a way, managed to persuade her to join him. And it said that the messages were sent on WhatsApp and that these were inappropriate. By inappropriate messages and images, I assume that this is, I think they call them dick pics. You know, where they get a mobile camera and take a picture of their willy and send that. And oh, it's going to be embarrassing, isn't it? Eh? Whoa! What's this? Eh? Imagine doing that. Must be mad. Anyway, that's what's been happening. And I thought you needed to know that it's very easy for a prison governor or prison officer or anybody to be manipulated by inmates, especially if they're vulnerable. And apparently this lady was vulnerable. The inmate was an alpha male, age 30, so he's 17 years younger than her. If he's shown a degree of interest in this lady and expressed his desire for what a beautiful young woman she really is, and she's in a difficult situation, that's what's happened. So a little bit of understanding for that poor lady who is tonight starting 8 months in prison. Thank you. Tales from the jails.